What is it?
Hello, welcome to The Essential Gamer. You're watching What Is It with me, Lee, and what it is Vigor. Yes, Vigor. A third-person shooter in which I'm gonna have to really sort of lay this one out for you. So this comes from the people that made Arma, and Arma is a series, a military sim series, of which the DayZ mod was birthed from. And from the DayZ mod we got lots of other mods and lots of other versions, and so this will feel very familiar to anyone that's played DayZ, or indeed something like H1, or even PUBG. But I will sing Vigor's graces that because it is not from the mod of DayZ and from the actual creators of Arma 3, that it's a much more fleshed out product, one which is free, may I add. It is launched in the PSN shop today as of recording this video for free, that you can download right now, and it takes a few of the elements that you'd expect from these sort of games. So it's got the sort of the realism from Arma with the gunplay and things like that, and it's got like the gathering from the H1s and all that sort of jazz, mixed into a bit of Escape from Tarkov. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag, really. So I'll start from the beginning. Vigor is a very pleasant to look at game. Not a lot of the games that came from Arma and DayZ and all of those can say that, but Vigor can. It has a very pleasant aesthetic, one which sort of borders on quasi-realism as far as the views go, at least, and the vistas are very pleasant to look at. And as you start to play through Vigor, you'll notice that you've got two main gameplay loops here. So you have the shooting side of things, where you go off into the gameplay modes, the team deathmatch or the survival modes, but you've also got a bit of housework to do. So you have this wonderful little camp, and it's a shack, and it starts off as your main primary base, so to speak. And in this base you will craft weapons, you can check your battle pass, progression and all that stuff. It's where you change the items that you take out in your loadout, and essentially it becomes the center of operations, and you have to upgrade it as you go by collecting materials in game. And all these upgrades help you to improve your base, your camp, and improve the things that you can create there as well, which is weapons and consumables like health dits and things like that. And as you create weapons and make more things to use on the battlefield, you can take them to your own personal gun range, where you have unlimited ammo, and get used to all of the weaponry in all of its glory, and forget to reload, like I did quite often. So as I say, it takes a few of the things. So it's got the PUBG, you pick up a weapon and the weapon is empty, you have to reload it, that sort of thing. You have to manage your ammo and stuff much more conservatively with its not very forgiving shooting mechanics. I'll be honest, if you haven't really played the Arma series, the aiming will feel off to you, because it's very much reliant on the character's position. So if you crouch or lay down, for instance, with a weapon with a long sight, you'll get a much more accurate shot. All these things will come together in the gameplay as you play. It's just something you'll have to get used to. If you didn't really feel PUBG or H1 or Arma or anything like that, if you played them before, you might not get on with it, because it is very much a familiar feeling to players of those series. But as I say, you go into each round, you'll gather materials for the team deathmatch mode. So you go in and it's a free-for-all. You don't have to worry about dying, you won't lose any loadouts or anything like that. And as you're playing through, you gather these materials to better your homestead. You can make food, you can make ammo, you can make all sorts of things, and all of this is used within the sort of economic system, I'll call it, of Vigor. It works quite well. So as I say, after the matches you return home and you have a central hub of your mailbox, and you can go through everything there, and it's literally like there's collectibles, there's a battle pass, there's things to buy in the shop, there's clothes to put on, there's magical boxes to open, which by the way, if you grow food at your homestead, you can donate to open more loot boxes to get more things out, and then you can go and craft, and the crafting trees are quite big, and there's different things you can get from mortar strikes, armor plates, there's traps that you can use out in the world, and basically you will start off doing the team deathmatch no stakes games, and then as you progress through the team deathmatch, collecting these things, building more weapons, and equipping your base with better facilities, your gun rack will grow, your blueprint collection will maximize itself, and you'll actually build up an armory, which is really what you're going to need to do before you go into the situational Tarkov-esque missions. And it's a little bit grindy. I've had a little bit of success. I mean, I managed to get my shelter up to level 2, which put a roof on it, which is very pleasant. But that did take me 6 or 7 games to do so, and I worry about how long everything else is going to take. Luckily though, the grind is offset by the fact that, as I said, it looks very pleasant. It's very nicely detailed. There's lots of things to see and do, and the home base does actually make you want to improve it with its aesthetics, and the vistas and the views and things, the weather effects, the sun bloom, the distance draw, everything really comes together to make it look rather bloody pleasant, and I'm quite happy with it. I'm happy with the details on the guns, for instance. Like, they've got scratches and marks on them, and you don't normally see this level of detail in a game that's like this, I'd say. And you know, we've come to expect something of the DayZ mod type games, and Vigor does a good job of reversing that. So, the main event, the survival match to end all survival match, the encounters. So at the beginning of an encounter, you can place a bet, you can put money on better loot for everybody, and this improves everything on the map. On the map there are certain places to go, there are extraction points, there are points of interest with high loot, and really the name of the game is get in, get the good stuff, get out without dying, and you can find things on the floor, you can go to certain drop points, you can manipulate certain things in the world, like where the high level loot drop is going to be, and if you can get that and get out alive, then you're winning. But if you die in the encounter mode, you will lose everything in your loadout, and I mean everything: weapons, consumables, stuff that you've got on your person, things, crafting material, everything's gone. So I found a nice way of doing things at the beginning is just go into a quiet area, keeping your head down, go into the vehicles, the buildings, grab the stuff, get out of Dodge. And I did this numerous times, and there's a certain sense of excitement to just trying to stay alive without even getting in a firefight. You can hear the gunfire in the distance, but you're just getting to the extraction point with your bits and bobs. And what Vigor manages to do is give you several different styles of gameplay in one mode, and I like it. So as far as it being free, obviously they're going to have to make money somehow, and you're going to do it all through cosmetics, and there's many options. All the regular cosmetic coats, jackets, boots, Christmas specials, seasonal things. The good news is that us on the PlayStation and others who have got it today are coming in on Season 6, so it's very much a complete package that we're getting. All of the bugs have been pretty much ironed out from what I can see, and a lot of the things that you get cosmetic wise, there's a bountiful variety of, and the things like the loot boxes and that are obviously the thing, that's where they want you to spend money. Get your money out, get a new gun, get a new jumper, dress up like some aviator guy from World War II. It's typical fare is what I'm trying to say. There's nothing here that will surprise you. Everything is cosmetic that would cost you money. You don't have to spend it, and it is rather generous with the in-game currency in doling it out. So it's up to you. And in the world, I said it was detailed, and there's lots of little pleasant things to see. I mean, there's a Rubik's Cube, there's some other Easter eggs, like the airdrop ship is currently Santa, because it's dropped in December, so why not? And I quite like this off the pat. I found a Rubik's Cube and I had a present from Santa all within the first 5 minutes of turning it on. And if you're going to win my favour with a new game that's free and try and have it stand out, why not give me a big bag of presents? I love a good sack. So Vigor stands out in its way that it's approached things like H1Z1 and the DayZ mod, all wrapped it up in a Tarkov bow, and come out the other side all right. So I'm going to give it a home improvement with a bit of Tim the Toolman Taylor there, so that's a good rating. As always, if this video has been any good to you, please do like and subscribe. If it hasn't, tell me why. I'll send myself off into the wilderness and scavenge for some sort of credibility. Oh, the credibility. Goodbye.